Okay, let's talk about Kegels. So a lot of people, and even like my mother included, said that basically to cure everything in this department, you do Kegels, right? And I just want to break that myth right now, because Kegels could be beneficial for people that are hypotonic. So that means that they're a little bit weaker in these muscles and they need to strengthen, but it could be detrimental to those that are hypertonic and their muscles are already very active and maybe even more so overactive. Kegels are only going to create more activity, more tension, and this could be very, very bad for whatever you're trying to accomplish. So just keep that in mind. But what I'm going to go through right now is a Kegel type exercise and a basic. So if you are the hypotonic type and you want to work on really engaging these muscles and getting that good connection back, so maybe you are postpartum, maybe you're in the middle of your pregnancy and you're still trying to engage those muscles and you feel like they're not working as well as you want to, I'm going to show you kind of the baseline of how to do that. And you can do Kegels in any position. I find that it's best to connect with your body to be in a supine position. So we're going to go down to the ground. You can put something under your head. So some people like to put a pillow or just like some towels. But what I want you to start with first is your knees bent on your back. Try to relax as much as you can. You're going to make a triangle with your hands. You're going to put that right on your pelvic floor. And then you'll see that if I'm tipped, you're trying to make it flat. So it's pretty flat right now, but if I was arched, it would be tipping that way. If it's too rounded, it'd be tipping this way. So make sure that your pelvic floor is horizontal with the ground. And then you're going to come up and put your hands on your ribs too. Once again, you want your ribs to be pretty horizontal with the ground or flat. You don't want them to be sticking out, flaring up, or too far in. So the goal is to not push your back into the ground when you're doing this exercise or any exercise on your back. That's counterproductive for what we're trying to accomplish. What we should do is, after you set your pelvis in that position, come up here. And then what I want you to do is, you're going to first inhale. Always when you inhale, you try to expand as much as you can. So inhale, breathe out. Everything is expanding. So my hands are getting wider apart. As I exhale, your hands come closer together. So this is where the Kegel would come into play. So as I exhale, what you're going to think of is if you are really tightening your pelvic floor, and so that means you start here. So right, and then there's a front and a back side of your pelvic floor too. So if you're trying to hold in a fart, you're going to squeeze your butt, right? And if you're going to obviously stop yourself from peeing, you're going to squeeze the front part. So I want you to contract both front and back at the same time. So you squeeze and then tighten your abdomen. And so you kind of come up into this center section from down up, and everything is really, really tight. You're not sucking in, nothing like that. You're just holding and contracting. And that's always on the exhale. So once again, pelvic floor is set. My hands move up to my rib cage. I want to inhale, exhale. And as the exhale goes, you're going to tighten first here and then tighten right here. And you can really draw out that exhale. Do that as long as you can, and then relax. Inhale, and then exhale. Squeeze from here all the way up. You should feel all the pressure kind of centralized right around your belly button area. And you could do these during exercises too. So some exercises might say like rapid fire Kegels. And with that, that means when you exhale, always on the exhale, you'll be kind of contracting your pelvic floor from the front and the back, creating all that like pressure into the center of the abdomen. And that's where that Kegel comes into play. So it's just a strong contraction, more so, but it makes sure that you get the front and the back side of the pelvic floor.